Well, howdy, 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 Nearly Senior Citizen here. Greetings, boys and girls, and this is actually the second time I am starting my vlog. It is 6:52 a.m. It is Tuesday, the 29th of August. It's the second time because the first time I didn't have enough adhesive in my plate. And my apologies for saying I've trained myself not to go but periodically they still slip through. When they do, my apologies. Oh, I've trained myself so hard that it really irritates me when I start falling back into the habit of hearing other people do it. And I'm a natural mimic. I'm a natural copier. I don't intend to, but if somebody talks to me in an accent, I tend to mirror it back. And if somebody has a speech pattern, I tend to mirror that back. It's nothing that I ever intend to do. It's just things that happen. And so when I hear a lot of people going, in their videos, I start going, myself, and I don't like that. It is such an easy habit to break, too. Instead of going, just pause. And you sound 1,000% better. And I know I'm jumping subjects here and I'll never be able to find my way back to where I started from, but I did go to the denturist yesterday and he ground down. I went in there not feeling all that happy. I was kind of displeased about the way these things were fitting. And he could tell, but he popped in a little thing. I ground my teeth about so he could see what fit, what didn't. He went in, did a little bit of grinding, popped these things back in. Oh my God, they were 2,000% better. The bite is really good. There's a few places I might think about, changing, but for right now, it's almost perfect. There's still an area right through here where it does not bite fully, but with just a small movement of my jaw, a normal movement of my jaw while chewing. That's the best part. I can slide over and there's full contact because I can slide all around and I've got chewing surfaces everywhere. It doesn't feel like I'm hitting a big old rock and going, oh! They're almost perfect. The only thing I'm going to have done is I did not have the soft liner put in. I'm going to have to. Because my skin is so delicate, and it is. I mean, when I wear glasses, I have to wear the lightest possible glasses because the skin of my nose breaks down and behind my ears, and then I can't wear my glasses because my skin's broken down. I have to wear the lightest possible things, and it's the same with these. With my lower plate, they touch, and where it touches my flesh breaks down. That's just the way my skin is. It breaks down very, very easily everywhere, all over my body. I mean, rings I've had to be careful with because the pressure makes my skin break down. All over my body, my skin is just that way. That's why the mask, when I sleep, it's not a good thing. It kills my nose off. It's actually doing pretty good right now. This part's nasty, and I'm sorry about that. I scrubbed a little too hard with a washcloth this morning, and I took off too much skin. Normally I don't do that, but you see, now I don't even have to think about it, and I'm talking normally. I'm not hissing and spitting anymore. I'm going to. There will always be a hiss because I got the gap in my teeth, and that's the way it was even before when I had my normal teeth that grew out of my skull. This is a gap that approximates what I had in real life. I look like me again. I like the dentures. I've always had a gap. Having a gap back makes me feel like me. I like to wear my dentures like all the time. I hate the fact that I have to take them out to sleep because my sleep mask knocks the lower plate loose. And normally, if these things are halfway in place, you can sleep with them in and it's not a problem. But the way it knocks it up and inward, I'm going to choke to death on that thing. So I cannot wear my lower plate, and I'm not just going to wear my upper plate while I'm sleeping because it's going to hurt my lower gum line if I ever smack up into it. So that comes out too. I hate the fact that my teeth are gone. It's awful. I feel like a monster. I know I shouldn't, but I do. Ugh. And then I've got the added difficulty of trying to fit the lower plate on, which is why I had to do this other video, because you have so much resorption of the tissue. Once your teeth have come out, there's not a whole lot of reason for big massive amounts of tissue to be up around where your teeth were. So your body resorbs the tissues. And I've had so much resorption along here, there's not a lot of area for the lower plate to actually rest on and hold on to. It's mostly just a flat level surface just sitting there because there's not much to grip. So I have to use a lot of dental adhesive. And I was thinking earlier this morning on Facebook, I'm friends with somebody in Texas. Oh boy, good old hurricane, what is it, Harvey? But she's got a massive corn allergy where just somebody walking by with normal perfume, because there's corn products and perfume, can knock her down, where she has to take an EpiPen to keep it from killing her. And so she has to deal with, like, corn can kill her, and there's corn in everything. If you don't have teeth, they used to use zinc as an adhesive. Zinc isn't good for you. They've been phasing that out. What have they replaced it with? Cornstarch. Well, if you're, corn allergic, you can either hope that they stay in or try and find the few places that still make it with zinc. And even then, I don't know if they have cornstarch in that. Thumbs up, huh? Man, life is really difficult if you're allergic to stuff. And you gotta remember, there's a difference between allergies, I'm allergic to dust, and allergies. If you're allergic to something, you're gonna go into anaphylactic shock and possibly die. A lot of dental adhesive. No. I don't have any tissue here. Yum yum. So if you are actually allergic to something and you come into contact with it, you are going to have an anaphylactic reaction and possibly die. That's an allergy. If you get, I'm allergic to dust, no you're not. That's not an allergy. Yeah, it's your immunoglobulin E. Your immunoglobulin, the thing that fights things, and you're having a reaction because it doesn't have anything to fight, and so it's searching for something to fight, and it finds something innocuous like dust. So thumbs up on that. But it's not an allergy, because if you were allergic to dust, you'd have to take your EpiPen. Well, an EpiPen shot wouldn't be here. It goes in your leg where you've got thick muscle. But you'd take an EpiPen shot to keep yourself from closing up and dying. Which reminds me, with my talk of what I was calling multiverse and all that, I am very sorry. Someone did accurately point out in the comments, there is a big difference in between what the scientific community calls a theory and what the layman calls a theory. In scientific terms, if something is a theory, it's proven. It's like the theory of gravity, the theory of light, the theory of all these things. We know how they work. That's the theory. Yeah, there's always stuff that can be learned, but you're not going to have a massive break in knowledge there. A hypothesis, which is more what I was talking about, is where you're making assumptions and guesses based on information and then trying to determine whether or not that is true or not. That is closer to what I meant. A hypothesis. It is not a theory in scientific terms in any way, shape, or form. And yes, I am very sorry that I used the wrong terms over the past couple days, because I'm usually very anal retentive about that thing, and that sort of thing just bugs the snot out of me. And then I went and did it. My apologies. What I really should have talked about that is, instead of saying, oh, it's the theory of this is what my guess is on the hypothesis thereof. And it's not multiverse. My apologies for that. I was using my terms for a hypothesis made by other people with those terms not in that use. It is more parallel universes, but even though the terms are different in that, and it's more hypothesis and guess instead of theory, it's still fun to think about, even though I used the wrong words. And for that I do apologize, because words are all we have to communicate with. We can't do direct communication transfers, so all we have is words. And boy, you've got to use the right words, because if you use the wrong words, who knows what's actually being talked about? It's more like a game of telephone, except out loud. You're not whispering. So yeah, words are important, meanings are important. My apologies. I still mean everything I said about what I was talking about with parallel U's and multiple infinite U's all there. That is still all possibly true. We don't know yet. But the words that I used to describe it were wrong. And for that, I am very, very sorry. I think I was talking about the heat earlier. Yes, because once it gets about like 2 o'clock, it gets hot up here, and then I start falling into a daze. And if I start falling into a daze where I'm not really awake, but I'm not really asleep, but I'm not doing anything intelligent, but I'm not doing anything too horrifically stupid either. It's when I actually get so hot that I fall from the daze into sleep. And it gets hot enough up here in the evenings that from 2 o'clock on, I start, if I'm not careful, I'll fall into a daze. And then from 5 o'clock onward up here, I fall asleep if I am up here. It is so hot. And this chair, wonderful a chair though it is, this is a chair for being awake in. Because if it's wonderful for posture if you're thinking. But if you fall asleep in fall forward or sideways, it is incredibly painful because it's not made for that. It's made for sitting upright and straight. It's got good back support. I need to have more, but I've had a massive over 10 massive back injuries that have done a lot of nerve damage. That's been checked through the VA. They've done the old stick a pin in you here and here and run electricity through it, and then they check what your results are versus what they should be to determine what's going on. I've got a lot of nerve damage going in all the way down my back. I mean, it shucks. I got nerve damage in my arms from the damage to my back. And that's, if you damage your arms, you've damaged up high. So, yay. Still, I wouldn't have given up any of it. I worked as a nurse's aide for 15 years. And that's what I damaged myself doing, working as a nurse's aide. I worked primarily night shift. We, every 2 hours, went through, turned everybody, cleaned them if they were incontinent. And that's important. You have to be moved. If you don't move, your skin will die. Your skin dies, you get a pressure sore. You get a pressure sore, that can kill you. That can open you up to secondary infection and kill you. It is horrific. You need people to do the work that I was doing. But over 10 years working night shift doing that, I injured my back over 10 times. So badly, I would be out of work sometimes for 2 months trying to recover from it. And then in 2003, while working on evening shift, I was helping somebody with a hip-to-toe cast because they had broken their femur. And I had helped them onto the commode. And while I was helping to lift their leg, it finally damaged my back so badly, it still hurts today. Thumbs up. But I wouldn't give it up. If I had the opportunity to go back, I would try to treat my back better. But I would still have been a nurse's aide. Not only did I meet my wife that way, But I think working in healthcare is some of the best work you can do. You're working with people, helping people, and it is good. But at 15 minutes, I'm going to go through and I'm going to give some shout-outs to people. Now, I do have some shout-outs. People did request shout-outs. If you want a shout-out, just ask for it down in the comment. If I catch it, you will definitely get it. They call me Skinny. Would like to have a shout-out to all the skateboarders in the world. Will they call me Skinny? And all the skateboarders out there, you've got that shout out. And then that other guy would like a shout out, and son of a gun, you've got it, that other guy. And then Dave Hensler says, can I get a birthday shout out? Happy birthday, Dave Hensler. If it's a day late, my apologies, but thumbs up. Now, I'm just thanking people for having left a comment. I'm not commenting or doing any such thing on the quality of the comment. Whether you're saying I'm a good person, a horrible person, or just a person, they're all equal in my eyes right now. So thank you very much for having left a comment. And then we have Brandon Pineda. Thank you very, very much. Maria Bacalso. Thank you very, very much. And Robo Mako. Thank you. Greatly appreciated. Ant-Man. Thank you. Mateus Bulger. Thank you very, very much. Raiden LP. Thank you. Greatly appreciated. Caroline Elifi. Thank you very, very much. Maiko134, son of a gun, thank you. Jared Perryman, thank you. And Trenton Underwood, thank you very, very much. We have Rafa Plays, thank you very much. And Maiden CBA, I think it is. But thank you very, very much for the comments and all. Thank you very much. And Eliza Cosmos, thank you, greatly appreciated. Gerardo Nayara, I'm not sure how to pronounce that, and I'm very, very sorry, but thank you very much. Mama Chell, thank you very, very much. And there is Oscar Branko Milikovic. I hope I'm close, but thank you very, very much. And there is Mr. Duck 131, Squid Shock, thank you. Mika Mach 5, thank you very, very much. Absolute, greatly appreciated. Joe Franklin, thank you. And last but not least, Kakarot. Oh, Kakarot. Well, son of a gun. Thank you very, very much. Thank you all. Greatly, greatly appreciated. You get me out of my head, into the real world, dealing with people. It's a very, very good thing. I think I have time now to do my greetings, where I say good morning to people in their home languages. If you'd like to hear me say good morning in your home language, just pop it down in the comments. All I ask is that you make sure I'm not already saying it. Bom dia, dia dit, dia gwit, guten tag, ahanyuaseo, buenos dias, buna dimanata, ohio, librid, labas ritas, kamusta, buongiorno, terahomikost, yoragelt, buravivi, bari luz, ni hao, kalimera, bonjour, bokertov, jean dobre, or less formally, chest, labdiem, dobre utro, seba oker, dobre rano, bereda, privyet, gunaydin, and no, I still haven't looked up how to pronounce Selamat Pagi properly, but thank you all so much. It is greatly appreciated. And let's see. No, I can't think what else. Whoa, sorry, that was really loud. My apologies on that. No, I can't think of what I was going to say. I suddenly was going to say something, and then at that exact moment, forgot what it was that I was going to say. So I had the sudden feeling of revelation coupled with a feeling of absolute vacuum. So, wonderful on that one. Hey, if you could check out my links, that would be awesome. I've got like Twitter, Facebook, GoFundMe, Patreon.com, Google+, my blog. Hey, thumbs up on that. My thanks to everybody who's donated to my GoFundMe campaign or donated in any other way. My thanks to all my Patreon.com patrons. You're all beautiful, awesome people. Absolutely. It is because of all of you I've been able to stay in this house this long and not be homeless. So thank you very, very much. If you could donate, that would be awesome and greatly appreciated. But if you cannot donate or you do not donate, I take all donations of goodwill and deposit them in the bank of my heart, where I draw interest, so thank you very, very much. If you could toss me a like, that would be very, very cool. I do appreciate all the positive validation I can get from my existence. And if you could subscribe to the channel, that too would be cool and appreciated. But if you don't want to, I would understand. I'm a weird older guy. I'm set in my ways. My personality has rubbed people wrong my entire life. So if you don't like the videos, I understand. You don't want to subscribe? I understand. But if you do want to subscribe, if you are down with it, I'll do my damnedest to keep you entertained from now, well, for a very, very long time. After all, slap a few coats of sealant on you, stack you like cordwood down in the basement, you'll last for decades before you go sour, so thumbs up on that. Well, I'm going to have a reaction video coming up on this channel, a game video coming up on this channel. Hopefully, if it doesn't get too hot, I'll have at least one game video from a game channel. Here's hoping. So you take care. Have a great day today, and I will see you on the flip side, and that, my friend, is a very good thing.